Good morning, guys. So I'm about to head on a road trip with my family, and I decided to film a quick 5 to 10 minute everyday makeup, which is great for people who don't want any fuss, want to keep it simple. This is also really good for anyone, I would say like 30s and up, because I've just turned 40 and my skincare and makeup has totally changed, and I wanted to show my updated version and hopefully give you some tips as my audience is also like getting older and wiser and more beautiful with me. So I started out with skincare. I did a cleanser. I went in with an exfoliating toner. I like to use something with like glycolic acid, like the Pixi Glow Tonic, to like really like kind of turn over my skin and keep it fresh. Then I went in with a serum, something with great ingredients like hyaluronic acid or niacinamide, retinoids to hydrate and like again help with fine lines. Eye cream, patting motions with your ring finger, and then I went in with my moisturizer. I use a thicker cream one from IT Cosmetics because hydration also is key with mature skin. And then you can do SPF after. So I'm going to keep this really simple because I also am about to head out. I'm going to do a full glam routine though for like mature skin in a little bit. But the first thing I'm going to use is tinted moisturizer. This is super simple. It's got all-in-one, like it's hydration. It's got enough coverage as well as SPF. So this is going to be my SPF. I'm using NARS Tinted Moisturizer with a synthetic foundation brush from Nisa Beauty. So it's going to give me just enough coverage all over to even out my skin tone and protect my skin from the sun. And definitely bring it down your neck. I'm wearing like a high neck shirt, so I don't have to bring it super low. But you want like your face to match with your body. Okay, so really quick coverage. If you need coverage on more areas, just do this patting motion to build it up. Then I'm going to go in with a nice hydrating concealer from IT Cosmetics. This is their Bye Bye Dark Spot. I love it because it's super creamy. I apply it in the darkest area, which is kind of like this trough right there. And then a little bit of lift in the corner of the eyes, and then in the center for a highlight. And I'm using another synthetic brush. It's smaller because it fits this area. And I use tapping motions to blend it as well as keep the coverage, okay? If you want more coverage, you can definitely let it sit to dry for like a minute and it'll get a little bit more tacky. Okay, see how it kind of brightens the center of my face? Okay, I'm staying with my wet products. I love anything cream based, liquid based for mature skin because it just looks more natural and more glowy. So I'm going to use, this is the Merit Beauty, their Flush Balm in Stockholm. It's a great, like easy to apply cream blush, and I'm just going to apply it higher to give a lifting motion from the apples up at a diagonal, okay? And then I like to take another synthetic brush. This is also from Nisa Beauty, and I like to just tap it in like that. See how it's sheer so it doesn't like go crazy. Some blushes are so pigmented and they're kind of like not really user friendly. And they also have another product which is like a contour stick. This one is in the shade Leo. This is our Bronze Balm. So I'm going to use the same thing. We're keeping all the wet products here. So I go right under the blush, and then the perimeter of my face, kind of like a 3 or an E. If you want to put a little bit on your nose, you can, just for a little contour. I'm not putting a lot because I don't want to go heavy. I just want like a bronze. And then I'm using a little skinnier brush. This is from e.l.f. And I'm blending up. Everything is in an upward motion, so that way we can keep lifting up our face, because things tend to drop over time. Okay, so once that's all blended in, you can even put a little bit on your eyelids. So I'm using whatever's left on the brush to kind of give a little color there. So that's all the wet products. Now we can set. So I'm going to use my NARS light reflecting powder underneath my eyes. Anything that's like got light reflecting is going to blur and distract from fine lines. I like a powder puff because it really gets in there. So I'm mainly hitting the center of my face. You don't need to set your entire face with powder, especially if you're dry, because it will really dry you out even more and emphasize fine lines. And if you want, you can set the rest of your color products that were cream with a powder version. So this is a powder blush. So it's gonna set but not dry you out. It's just gonna emphasize the color. And then the last one I have is a powdered contour bronzer, also from NARS. I'm just going to use the same brush and hit the perimeter of my face. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with that same color. And this is my easy eyeshadow routine. I take a fluffy crease brush. And now that everything on my face is done, I'm going to come in with my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush setting spray. And then I'm going to finish off my eyes. I'm going to use a little liquid liner from Haus Laboratories. You can skip this if you want. I just love a little eyeliner. I'm going to use an angled brow pencil from Wet n Wild. And then a little mascara. And a little bit of NARS eyeliner underneath because I do define my eyes, and I really think that helps kind of like give them more structure, more shape. And then we'll finish off with a little bit of Maybelline Lifter Gloss in a nice neutral mauve shade. So I like to just kind of use really short strokes for the brows. I'm just kind of filling in the shape, giving a little bit of fullness. Nothing dramatic because we also tend to lose our brow hairs over time, so we want to keep them nice and full, and they will also kind of lift the face up. And this angled brush makes it super fast. It's like having an angled brow brush and powder. Then I go in with a quick little eyeliner. You can do a tight line if you want to keep it natural. I just personally love a little bit of a wing with my hooded eyes, or actually my monolid eyes. It extends my eye, lifts it, and gives me a little bit more height. And I take my NARS. I love a brown, warm pencil liner underneath my eyes. And then I'll smudge that out with a tiny brush and a little bit of bronzer just to soften it and also set it. So I'm taking my bronzer and just kind of going over it. We don't want any harsh lines around our eyes. That's definitely going to age you. And then a little bit of mascara. So this is NARS Climax Extreme. Honestly though, I believe all drugstore mascaras are good options as well because it comes a long way. Makeup has come a long way. And you have to throw out your mascara every 3 to 6 months anyways. And a creamy gloss. I think, again, hydration and cream is your friend. Matte dries you out and ages you. And that's it. Your 5 to 10 minute everyday makeup routine for women over 30. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, I'll try to list out the products below. Let me know. Ciao, Bellas.